Hello guys, just checking everything here. Live chat. Just doing the test here. Test. Looks like I showed up there. Alright. Close the dockable window. Let's just test the sound. Close the dockable window. Let's just test the sound. Close the dockable. Alright. I don't know, I can actually chat here. Set live. I can see you guys here. So, unless I wanted OBS up, I'm not sure if I needed it. I can just minimize it, this way I can see the stream and things. Oak. Sorry, I'm just looking at the YouTube stuff and everything. Kind of just chat here. Like, so that you guys can see it. Alright. So, if you look right now, we are doing a build. So, it's just doing this build here right now. And the reason for that is because, like I had mentioned last time, I had fully wiped my computer, and I had forgotten about that. And, well, I didn't forget that I wiped my computer. I knew I did, but there's just little things that I had to download, like Visual Studios and a couple of core frameworks, like like Windows SDK and a couple of different things like that that require you to have in order to make builds for the Windows. And without those, I couldn't run builds. And without being able to run builds, well, I wasn't able to get build done on Sunday night. And again, like to do is build on Sunday night. Before we start things up, I would like to run the build on Tuesday, and then what we would do from there is get into whatever we were working on again, and then Tuesday night I would do a backup essentially of the project, because we now know the build works, everything works. Do a backup, that way we don't lose anything. That was a good week, and then we move on to the next week, and then at the end of each month, maybe starting at the end of March, do the first month, what we do a little video for the non YouTube stream watchers. You know what I mean? My YouTube is doing the thing again. We might be going through some bad storms and stuff here, and I just haven't been getting the greatest internet all day, but saying YouTube is not receiving enough video data to receive buffering. I'm on satellite, so the data speed is up and down sometimes. Open widget. Poor. Huh. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. While we're packaging, maybe I could look into that. Should I look into that on stream, I guess? Is that weird? Let me see here. Close this. Yeah, alright. Oh, excellent connection again. So I think that is actually just my internet going up and down. Alright. So we don't want to compile. We don't want to do that much stuff during a build, because that can mess with the build. This is the very first build. Just trying to see this output log window here that I have going on. Guess I just kind of big size it. So yeah, we've been doing this for a little bit of time. I'd say just over a half hour. But it actually usually doesn't take that long to build usually. It's just because this is the first time it's building. That makes more sense. It's back in its box there. Alright. So we were working on the menus anyway, so we can do that. We just got to be careful. Oh, dude. We just got to be careful. Right. Not to do any like compiles or major compiles while we're working on stuff. So let's see here. Let's. We were. Alright. We were looking on the online host options. Computer really doesn't like all the stuff that's going on right now. There we go. It's not like I'm doing super light things either. Doing pretty major things. Alright, so the problem that we had, do we still have it in here? Looks like we don't. We didn't save it, I guess. But the problem we had was our widget. It's not editable. So what we need to do, we look at header, I believe it was, and we think, oh, disconnected. So you guys see there, no data again. Oh, saying connected again. Close this. Reconnected. Yep. So yeah, it's just my going through some storm, guys. I have some storms going on. We're supposed to be getting up to like 100 km/h winds. I'd have to sadly Google that to see that in 100 kilometer in miles, 62-mile winds in knots. So 20 kilometers is usually 11 knots. So times both of those by 5. So 55 knots. So 55 knots or 60 miles, which is 100 kilometers an hour winds. So they're pretty fast. They can like lift trees up and toss them around like little rag dolls. That's the wind that we have right now. So we want to do max players button. Okay, we don't want to compile this because the compiler is not going to be available while it's trying to compile the thing. And we're going to take this max players button and we'll set text, which is a function, and we'll throw that in here. And we'll throw that in here, and we'll be able to throw this up here. We'll get rid of this for now, which means we can get rid of this. Draw that down here. And we also want to do that with this guy here. We want to tag this into here. Just get rid of the string. Move this guy up. Move this into here. We want to straighten out that line. Move this guy up. This is done now. And there we have that done. We're just going to duplicate this here. Again, delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that. We're just going to throw this down here. It's nice and straight. Duplicate that one more time. There you go. Normally I would like to compile, but we can't really compile right now. So what we'll do is we'll just keep on keeping on. We'll look at this guy and see we should be able to delete this max player text now. And then so we just have these guys side by side. Let's see if we can. Alright, yeah, we could overwrite this guy, so let's do like 25. That doesn't even cover the words. Primary header, secondary header, tertiary header, what? I'm gonna go with secondary header. It's a little crazy, but keep it all uppercase. I really don't like lowercase this stuff. We do want to shorten it, I think. I think we want to try to go with 300. Oh, it doesn't even set here. 100, 600. So Something flashed on my screen there, so I'm just trying to check what's going on. Oh, it's like connection and stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, it's compiling, so we don't want to steal the compiler on it, so we want to continue. It looks like it fits there. Okay. Just fine and dandy. And we want to do the same with the other guys. So we did adjust this height. We did adjust a couple of things here. Let's see if there's anything else we have to adjust. Is focusable? No, we're not really focusing this. Because we're going to go to these two buttons on the sides here. I think this is good. So we're going to duplicate this guy. And we're going to throw him into the NT section. And good thing in this, I get to fix the NT problem here. So I will type network types and buttons. Now we have the same kind of thing here. We're going to go to our graph. And now we have our network types button. We're going to get that. And we're going to duplicate this guy. We're going to connect the network types button here. And we're going to start with this one here, I believe. This one looks like it might be slightly easier. Simple as connect up, move off, move down, move down. Ooh, nice and neat. And we can just get rid of this. We'll go like that. We duplicate this guy. And we'll bring him down here because we know we're going to need him a couple of more times. So we'll bring it in like that. And we'll duplicate him again. And so this here, we're going to connect that to there. Move this guy off. Move this guy in. And we're just going to line this up here, which allows us to move this guy off and this guy in. Just like that. Nice and neat. Delete. Delete. Duplicate. We'll move this down here. We'll connect this guy up. Connect this guy up. Move this guy out. Move this guy out. Connect that here. Connect that here. I guess. And delete. And here. Nope. Move this guy out. Move this guy out. Move this guy in. Move this guy in, and delete. There we go. I'm so tempted to compile save, but I cannot. So we're still doing our build right now. And it's looking good. So we can now go back to our designer and we can now get rid of this NT text. Good. Network type label and network types left button. Whoa. Oh. There we go. Oh, network type. Yeah. Online. And then it'll be network type LAN. You know what I mean? And we'll do network type right button. Now we get all that fixed. Looks better, spelled out better, and cleaned up. And so we could just do gender left. And we could do that as well. Gender. Yeah, see, the gender is centered. Why? And I had to do that centered. Why does the gender labels not have to be centered? Maybe I'll center it just in case. Something I'm missing here. Down below. No, I'm not sure. No, we want to make sure it's all the same in the end. Oh, we do gender. And we're going to grab the network types label. We're going to hit duplicate. We're going to just bring that down underneath label here. Could be when I brought the other one in. That's something to do. Alright. Excuse me. Alright. And this will be gender, I guess. Button. Alright, that's supposed to be text. Technically it's a button though. Oh no, this is more like text. So we could probably fix this up here. Put text. And put text. Because it's a header. It's not a button, I don't think. It's just, yeah, header master. Text. There you go. We go back to the code now. Got this gender text. Alright, this and duplicate this. And again, this guy's a little short guy here. Throw this in here. And throw this in there. And then set text to, if it is female, we're setting it to male. Oh, should actually change the Boolean. And yeah, we'll duplicate this again, and so we have this here and this here, and we'll do female, and if it's false, it is female. If it's false, it is female. And that will allow us to get that. So it's more something like that. And what we can do is we'll duplicate this. We do branch, or not even. We get this female and we'll do a set. We're setting to it to whatever it is not. And for this, because we won't know for sure, we want to print string and we want to see the true false values. We want to just make sure that is changing. Looks like it's done compiling. It's now cooking. So it should be able to compile and save now without causing a problem. Cancel. I guess I still can't save because it's still cooking. Well, I was able to compile and see that there's no problems. So that should be the new fix for the widget. We should be able to change that and start it, and that should be working perfectly fine. And we'll get like the start single player. I think we should be deactivating the widget, but I don't think it really matters because we're not deactivating the widget here because we'll be leaving this area and then everything will be wiped anyway. But I think it would be good practice to deactivate widget. Alright, and now what we want to do is we want to open our browse, which I believe we made. Yeah, we made a browse session widget. Now this one, just like the other ones, this one will on activate refresh server list. And refresh server list will find sessions as a macro. And find sessions will need this stuff, in a sense, I believe. And so we will double check this by going a little bit outside. Alright, just by going to the here widgets, main menu, browser item, browser menu. So his browser menu refreshes list gets, which is a custom event, or was ours a custom event? No, ours was the method. His refreshes lists, which is a custom event. F2 refresh server. We'll make a custom event here. Refresh server list. We'll delete this from here. Add this to here. And we could delete this from here. And we already had pasted the code in there. And this will be refresh server list. So in here, this is where I believe we need them like this. Disables the refresh button because he has a refresh button up here. So we have load or delete. I think those were just old copies. So we could change this to refresh or join. Refresh or join. There we go. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look at that. They should all have a type. It should be all normal menu home type. So we want to disable the fresh button, clear the list. We do not have a throbber, so get the disable with reason. Promote to variable, disabled reason, text. Should be able to compile still. Reason is loading new server list. That's the reason. And it goes to the out. Yes, it does. So we'll need this on this side here. And I believe we clear the children as well. We do. So we also wipe our save. I don't believe he had a save, so that's fine. We do have a save, so we'll be wiping our save. We'll be getting the last multiplayer save just in case he needs it. No. This is... What are we doing here? I think we just copied this from a load. Yeah, because this is getting the current save buttons because we are going to delete saves. Which we're not doing this time around. So we do not need to get the current save. We do not need this guy. Scroll box This is online game save scroll box. Yeah, so we just copied it from a game save thing. Online game save, online servers in this case. Or we could just do game available servers. Available servers. Available servers. Size box. Should be able to compile. Yeah, it's still just cooking. It's fine. Can't save though. Just gotta make sure there's nothing else open. That's not the reason why I can't save. Yeah, it's just because of the build. Alright. That's fine. Available servers, we want to clear those. Just to make this tidy, I will move this in. So we clear the servers. We do not have a throbber. Maybe we set one up somewhere. It's kind of cool. Like it just kind of spins somewhere. Almost need like a horizontal box to kind of put it with the I'll have to put a horizontal box and a bunch of stuff like that. Maybe put it with a spacer. Yeah, maybe I'll wrap with the horizontal box. Feels weird. Horizontal box. And this thing doesn't have any code to it, I don't think. It's just a circle throbber radius. See if I could like copy. I can copy it, but paste. Oh, so yeah, we're gonna be setting it visible. So we should be just able to copy this now and just paste that in because we actually just named it the same. We just called it. Now we have that throbber. Then feedback. Do the same thing actually, maybe. Refreshing. Just text. So we'll copy it. paste it. So it's setting that to visible as well. Copy. So it's not setting it to visible. It's just staying the text here. I just think it's good for the clients to be able to see that. Then this is what we need. We need is land max player results to find the session. Control C. We gotta get that from player controller. So instead of getting that from player, so we're gonna hit Control V. We're gonna set this here. Instead of, we're gonna get owner. Get owning player. Ooh, we do need another button. Duplicate this button. Call it is LAN button. And again, we'll wrap this with a horizontal box. And we'll fill on this, and we will add check box. This is a duplicate. This is a button master. Is selectable. Is toggleable. Is LAN button. See what we can do with this too. Change this to not LAN. Oh, it's textile. Ooh, okay, so the button style is selected. Home button style. I'll have to look into that. Oop. We killed it. Doing too many tasks. Oh, good, good. We didn't kill it. Right. So let's see. We have this is land button. Let's see if is set is selected. What we want to get is get selected. Common button. Give some space here, I think. We'll promote this to a variable. For now, we will call this, let's say 99. It's a lot of results. I don't think we want to go over 99 results. So now we have that. From here, we're going to do a for loop. For loop. And yeah, we're going to check if this is valid. We do that. Control C. Makes sense to me. Session valid. Cancel. This is super simple function. I do not have a problem copying that. Base function is valid as the reason. And now we can close this and try that again. Control C, Control V. So we're going to get the session, see if there is more than 0 players, and if it is, it's valid. If not, then it's not valid, and we won't even display it because there's a chance that there will be a problem according to this. Some sessions can be invalid. This happens when the server browser refreshes at the time that exactly a player creates the session. Ah, okay. So it's the makes sense. Right. Going to need to kind of move some of this stuff here soon. So if it's valid, we're going to create our widget now. That's what's going to happen. So we're not doing save slots. We're not doing this. Okay, I won't get rid of the game instance yet. Probably gonna need that at some point. Alright, I'm gonna need so I might make the join button also invisible. I do not like this disable thing because I have not used it, so I will visibility, set visibility to collapse. We'll just collapse it, and we'll also do the join button at the same time. What about the is land button? The refresh button is collapsed. The join button is collapsed. Alright. This is, yeah, like this is where he's creating his button. He's getting an owner here. Buddy. Alright, so this is where we're going to want to go and create a new button instead of our save button here. So systems, game modes, our main menu game mode, and widgets. We have our load game save button. We're going to duplicate that. Join game. Join server button. Do we already have a join server button? I thought we were making that. Host. Close button. Guess not. Just to be more like ping, I guess. We'll do server name. players. And duplicate players and call one thing. Yes. Server name. Two. Nine. I have no clue what that's there for. Anyway, go to graph. Ooh. Set text. How often do I use this thing? Current save game button is of type save game button. Okay, we have to have made this somewhere. Parent widget. Oh, that's what's happening. Let's just delete that for now. Refresh. 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 Blind references. Refresh. Refresh. Finally. Okay. Leave those open. Oh, this is the button. Parent widget for this is we'll delete this. Compile. Parent widget is browser session. Get. And browser session won't have like current game save, but it should have. It does have current game save. But we should have more. Which is this a save button? Yeah, we should have current selected server button, current collected server button, and this should be of type join server button. Instance editable, I'm guessing. Though this one wasn't. Maybe we don't need to make it instance editable. Current selected server. Current set current selected server button to self. But yeah, so now, just like this guy here, if it's true, we're going to get the owning player and create a button. So, get owning player and create widget, and it is the join server button. No. Where is this? On construct. So what this is going to need is, yeah, it's going to need a blueprint session result. So that was here for the game save. Session result. And it's going to be blueprint session result in instance editable exposed on spawn. And find references, there's none found. We should be able to delete this guy, and we're going to get this here. I'm doing is, there's no way to see if this is valid, eh? So we will just double check this guy as well. Unconstruct is just getting stuff like this. Yep, you're right. So oh, we're doing current players and max players. We'll just do current players. Maybe we could do current players and max players. Is that all in one thing? Yeah, it's all one thing. So get server name off of it. This just goes here. We'll delete this. Get server name. And that goes here. Then we do get current players. Get current players. We have an append. Oh. Append. Try to crunch these guys in here. Still no matter what, we have to go there. So might as well make the best of it. Then this is a slash. We're gonna get max players. There we go. We're going to slide this down to here. And then we're going to get ping, I'm guessing. Yeah. And we're just going to do the same thing. Get the ping on the construct. All right. Did I just save and? So I can't save this guy. I don't think we did that much work here. But darn. I could just make like a random like blueprint and then like copy all that stuff over and then just paste it. But then we need all these, or else they would kind of like error on us. I don't. I might just have to redo it. Just because we got this error, this save error, because it was compiling when we were working on that. And that's well, it's one of the chances things that you risk while working while things are compiling. That's fine. So, oh, we should be able to get rid of, or we should be able to refresh this then. Refresh node. Yeah, so parent widget is self. We're going to reference to self. We are the parent widget. Just so it has a copy of us for sure. So we're going to want to space this out for sure, actually. We're going to want to do something like that. We already have the branch, we already have the self, and we already have the button, so we can delete these things. Game instance. There's plus over here. Alright, so we go to true. There we go. So, session. Getting the session results here. Is toggleable? This is where we set if it's selectable, eh? So we're adding that to that as a child. And then we go to the output. Not sure what that was used for. So we go here. And this is on success. Really? You're right. And then we have uncompleted. We have all this stuff here, so we should be able to just copy and paste. is enabled. Well, visible. We're gonna get the join button is visible. Yeah. So as long as one is successful, this will be visible, and it'll be visible for every other additional button that comes through. And after it's completed, once the refresh button will be visible. And then on failure, we get this one. Control C, Control B. On failure, set visibility. That's what we did, right? Yeah, we did set visibility. Duplicate here. We're just going to reconfirm that there is no join button because there's none visible. I don't think this is necessary. I'll just have it stay refreshed until the next time you hit refresh, and that'll change to refreshing. And down here, I'll have it stay as no sessions found until you hit refresh, and then it will say refreshing. I don't think it's necessary to have that little delay, and if the people didn't notice that, then all of a sudden they will never know that So this find session is pretty much just like this guy's find session. Close that. Close that. I am still cooking. Darn. I was hoping to be able to run through this tonight. Alright. So, on back, we should already have the back handler set up. So I don't think we have to worry about on back, but just in case, we will pull up the back handler, which will be finding home systems. Let's just make this white so I can find it easier. 1, 1, 1. Okay. System. Game modes, menu, widget, and we want the main one, not the design. We have host options, and we have the load blueprint, online load. So I actually think we still need to add our browse sessions to this. So browse sessions to this. Now I won't be surprised if this doesn't let me save. This is obviously another menu system that we are using. So let's try to save it here. And we're gonna have to make sure that we have our back handler set up. And our back handler, once we yeah, it's not going to let us save this menu either because we're using it. But normally what we would do, we would set these up here and we make sure the back handler is set up. And the widget that would go back to would be the host options. Host options? Oh, this is the browse session. We go back to the multiplayer. Host options was for when we're doing the host section. So we can't save either of these blueprints. We can compile to make sure it doesn't crash or something, but we can't save it. And that's just because it's a part of the build that we're doing. So it says it still has about 600 things to cook out of 14,000. So it's done a lot, you know what I mean, over the last couple hours. Alright. But yeah, so in his, he has a remove parent, but we wouldn't have that. We already did that, I believe. No, we didn't. So yeah, we gotta go through the buttons. So we got rid of that. Can we get rid of current game save? No. Oh, we can almost just get rid of all that actually. I broke it again. It's loading with the wind and stuff. I'm losing signal again. It's all locked up right now. It's probably doing a big compile or cook. Oh, we got everything back. So on our refresh button clicked, I think he's just doing refresh. On refresh button clicked, yeah, he's just doing refresh again. Yeah, just calling the server refresh. On refresh button clicked, you're just calling the server refresh. On the LAN button, get LAN button. Oh no, we got a designer. Is LAN button. Wonder if there's selected actually. On selected changed. Based. Yeah. So we'll just try that essentially. Oh, I guess we're just getting the LAN button. Is it selected or not? So all we've been doing there for the LAN button, so we could delete that. Actually, all we would be doing there though for the LAN button is all we would be doing there for the LAN button is what else did I delete then? Not sure what it was. Anyway, is making sure that it's selected. So we do on clicked and check if selected. If not selected, then selected. If it is selected, then unselected. That's what we do. But we're gonna try to see whenever we're able to run a test. We're gonna try to see if we could do it. Without having to do that. And then I can kind of clean up the buttons and stuff after. Alright, so other than lands, that's the refresh, we've already done that, that's the back. He handles the join server in the button actually. We're not. We're handling it on the outside when it's selected or not. So you want to go to That's probably what I deleted, was the join server. 'Cause I think we already had that from previous on base clicked. Join server. Get owning player and session to join results. So get owning player get. And I guess that's probably the better way of doing it. Instead of getting selected server button, would be to actually have it in the button and have a button. Yeah. Get current selected button. Get is selected. Oh no, we're just getting the current selected button. Oh no, we're doing we're getting the current or server session results. Get selected server button. This kick the current selected server is a join button. The join button doesn't have current selected server in it, does it? That doesn't make no sense. Doesn't. I'm surprised they could do that. Yeah, I just wanna, before I like have a brain explosion, I'm just gonna grab this, so copy and paste on join button. Run to join, and we need to get search results. Get session results. That is what I was trying to think of, but brain was just not. Then he does a pop-up window, which we have a pop-up window on a couple of our other things here, I believe. Do I have something that's open with the pop-up menu window? This doesn't have any functionality to it, so not this guy. No. This should have, you sure you want to delete? Copy. So we have our own pop-up window. And he most likely only doing this on fail. Yeah, on failed join. That's not there. It failed to join server. Acknowledge. Oh, okay. And on success, it should be just like join session. Get session info. It's just saving it and going to the thing. Alright, we don't actually need to do anything. On success, it just kind of joins the session. Because we have that in our load. So on success, it actually joins session. And we have our, like, he's loading a loading screen, but we have our loading screen pop up automatically. So we won't need that. So what do we have to do? We have to fix the host options. We have to add the browser to the browser sessions. Make sure the back handler is set in the multiplayer in the widget. And because yeah, that's pretty much, this is there. We could add like a bar to this or something. Or some sort of spacer. Like we could add just like this. We could do like the same thing with the appends here. Like we could bring this down. We could remove pin and do like colon here, or we could add pin and I don't know, we could do ping space, and then we could add this in here. Right, and then we could add that to there. So now people know that's the ping, it's kind of separated. We could even add space and like a dash, maybe a space. So these are kind of separated too. And server name is server name, we'll know that. So yeah, that's all kind of done. This is just button stuff. So the join button's kind of done. The browse session, we could check a designer, but it's pretty much done. Yeah, we had already did the host last time. We'll just double check these guys, but I think we got all this stuff. Yeah, it's not much. I mean, it's pretty simple. And then just this here. Like, he has a little bit more stuff set up with players and name and stuff like that, but I won't insult people's intelligence. And again, he's doing the button there, but this is just a different setup here. This is more spaced out and things. But yeah. So we got 6 minutes left. I cannot save these items. It is still going. It's still doing its cook. and it's kind of hard to say what's going on. It says it's writing chunks like 7,000 out of 22,000, but it says there's like 14,000 compressed, and it's constantly climbing, like 14,400 compressed, but the chunks it's writing is still the same. So I don't know. Like, we only have 5 minutes left. I can't close this because, and like try to reopen it because we're obviously compiling. But yeah, so pretty much the multiplayer is kind of done. So we will look into and do a couple of testing next week on Sunday. And then we'll roll into just getting the basic profile set up. That was the other kind of option that we had, and the profile is kind of just like the other profile here. Kind of show you what we're going with here. We're going with something like this for now, but the end goal attempt would be to have username, and we're gonna just have these overlap. So one's going to be visible until the name's actually inputted, and then it's just, we're not going to have the double, or it's just going to be smaller. But yeah, it's going to be username, and then it's going to have a title, and then this should be like your avatar, which is going to be there, and then we're going to have like a banner. Some sort of creative banner that people can see. But I think we're gonna leave banner for now. But that's the end goal. We'll just do username and kind of title for now because it's a simple kind of thing. I think it's always cool. But the objective with having the profile is it's just giving us that extra menu item where we're going to put player account stuff. So if we allow people to customize characters in the menus before joining the lobby, that will be there. If we allowed people to set up loadouts, like weapon loadouts for like deathmatch, team deathmatch, or battle royales or whatever, that will be there. All the kind of stuff that you do where you set up your account or anything like that. If there's going to be like a wallet for in-game transactions, which I don't plan on doing. I'm not a big in-game transaction fan. A lot of people are always bugging me like, yeah, if you make a game, you should put in transactions. Everybody's always buying stuff, and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't really want to do that. Just a single indie developer. My game actually gets big. I don't want that at all. I want everything to be earnable or free. Like, I mean, people already paid for the game. That's what I'm happy with. Like, what's the long term? Well, I'm not a guy who needs a lot. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, everything like that would be in the profile menu selection. And settings would be settings, and credits and close would be those. But yeah, I think this is pretty much it. Because we are hitting 11 o'clock here. Really wish I would have been able to show you guys the compiled version, but I will be showing you guys that, I guess, at the start of Sunday stream, where we will then do stuff and compile again for Tuesday stream. which is always good to make sure we're constantly compiling and things like that. We got a little throbber there spinning, very refreshing. I might actually want to. Is this a button? This is browser here. Is this guy? Yeah, I might want to put some sort of padding on this left side padding, like 20. Oh no, 0. Wrong one. This is the server thing. Left side padding, like 20. There we go. And the throbber, like right side padding. It already has, yeah, some padding, but we'll do 20 as well. Or 25 for both, actually. So it's a little bit more. There you go. We could save this guy. Alright, 11:01. It's over the time. Waited, stretched it out. Looks like it still has a few thousand things to cook, so it could still take another half hour for all I know. So I cannot stay up all night streaming. I got work tomorrow. So yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have a good one. Ciao.